Hey guys, a lot of you wanted me to review a video about leg lengthening surgeries. This one's called I broke my legs to grow from 5 feet 5 to 6 feet.
I was a short king, and now I'm a part of the 6 foot club. And I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery. They break your bones surgically, they cut them, and they attach devices.
I think that what a lot of these people don't realize is that people who are taller than them, who are actually 6 feet naturally, don't simply have taller legs. They also have a taller torso, sometimes a taller neck, but it's for sure not only the legs. And when you only lengthen your legs, then you may end up looking strange.
I'm Denzel Siggers, I'm 27 years old, and I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery. So the surgery day,
Wow, $100,000. Then again, you probably should spend a lot of it if you really want to do it and go to a proper place and not to India or wherever people go nowadays to save money, because this is a surgery which I don't recommend, but if you really want to do it, no one's probably going to stop you, and then you should really spend a lot of money on it.
they put me under anesthesia, so I was asleep. They break your bones surgically, they cut them, and they attach devices that extend the bones over time. When I first woke up, I just asked myself 1,000,001 questions. I was like, why did I do this surgery? I regretted it. I shouldn't have done it. I'm in so much pain. I've never felt this kind of pain before, and is it
Of course, naturally, your bones are broken. Of course, you will feel a lot of pain and you may feel regret, of course, obviously. It's just your body literally signaling you that you did something wrong, which is breaking your bones. That's needless to say, but of course, also the thoughts of was it actually worth it could go through your head, and it's for sure understandable because I can't imagine any height where this would actually be a plausible idea, where you could actually think that it's really worth it, because no matter what height you are, you just gotta deal with it and live your life. There are some surgeries which you can do a hair transplant if you're losing hair, and there's some other stuff which you can do which isn't risky, but leg lengthening and then risking not being able to walk, and there's a lot of cases of people who are not able to walk.
really worth it? And I thought something was wrong because I didn't think it was normal to feel this amount of pain. There's a metal rod in my leg, and then there was an external fixator that attaches to the metal rod going through your leg. So you have both an internal device and an external device. It was very shocking. It felt unreal to see it attach myself because I had never seen anything like this before. I was actually in a relationship prior to the surgery. Once I told her I wanted to go get surgery to get taller to boost my confidence, she was completely against it. And inevitably,
His girlfriend was against it, but he wanted to do it to boost his confidence. But confidence comes from the outside, it doesn't come from the inside, contrary to what people will tell you. It sounds as if he's implying that he wanted to boost his own confidence for himself, which doesn't make any sense because confidence comes from how other people treat you. And if you're naturally tall, then a man will naturally actually respect you more. Life will generally be easier, and if you're handsome on top of that, then your life is already set. You're just gonna succeed no matter what you do. But it's not something that you do for yourself, as in you want to look in the mirror and look taller for yourself. No, the only reason you do that is only for other people. You never do it for yourself. It's the same way some girls say that they want to look good for themselves, or that they wear makeup for themselves. No, of course, you only do it for other people, and in that case, only for men.
we end up ending a relationship, even though she was someone that made a lot of jokes about my height herself. So she hasn't seen me, but
Oh, that's interesting. It was actually a problem for her, then it must be. Why would you make fun of your boyfriend? That's abusive. It's good that she's gone.
she's just seen like my social media, and she's been trying to call. She's been trying to make her way back, but that's somewhere I don't want to go back to. Today I'm actually going on a date for the first time since I've had my surgery, so it'll be my first date at 6 foot. I'm very excited. It's an opportunity to get out there and really
It looks like he's limping though.
this new version of me, like see how he interacts with the world, see how he interacts on a date. In the world we live in, we say don't judge a book by its cover, but obviously people are judged off their appearance first. But I do feel like once I get back into dating, my personality will be what carries me in a relationship. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Man, hug me.
I do have to say that it naturally, of course, right away looks better that he's taller than the woman. Imagine him being 5 feet 5. Maybe she wouldn't have even come to the date. But Again, you could also just get together with somebody who's shorter than you or at least the same height. I get it, I just don't feel like it's worth it. You should naturally be tall or you should not do it.
Tell me about yourself. What's your social?
My social?
Yeah.
My social media?
No, the social security.
My social security. You a scammer?
I didn't say that.
Or are you just
I was just
funny?
trying to get to know you.
Oh.
So,
What you was trying to do with my
Oh my god, she's so fake, man. Wow, it's so horrible.
social? Oh, you trying to put a ring on it that fast? I didn't know you was that type of guy. I like that. I would say my last relationship was 2 years ago. I had high standards and a lot of requirements.
I think you found it.
Really?
Okay, why haven't I been on a dating scene? I've been very busy. But most recently, in the last 6 months, as you know, I underwent limb lifting surgery. So,
What was that experience like?
probably one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Conversation was very good. I can see like us going on a few more dates, getting to know each other a lot more. He's gonna call me for sure.
It's actually a very fun first date. I didn't expect to have as much fun as I did. I thought it would be a little bit more nerves or something, but everything went great. It was very
I would like your opinion on this. When I look at his face, he looks 5'5" to me. It's strange. It's as if he looks short in his face. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if anybody else sees what I see. It's as if he cannot naturally be 6 feet tall.
It is much easier to reach things that I struggled with before. The world is a much different place now that I'm taller. People smile at me everywhere I go. I've never had this kind of like reaction from people before, and I really enjoy it. I've always been very unhappy with my height, pretty much my entire life. I realized I was short around 15 years old, and ever since then it's kind of weighed on me. I tried a lot of different things to make me taller, or at least appear taller, such as spinal decompression, put insoles in my shoes, inversion tables, and they would only give me about 1 inch more. As far as my recovery process, I work out every day. I'm just restricted in some of my abilities like squatting. Recovery takes about 6 months to a year. I'm much further ahead at my current stage than most people would be. It's only been about 2.5 months since I completed surgery. I can pretty much do everything that I need to do for the most part on a normal day-to-day basis, so I'm very pleased with where I'm at. The surgery has significantly boosted my self-esteem, mainly because everything I had to go through to get the height, so I appreciate it more. But just being home and seeing how the world reacts to me at 6 foot rather than 5'5" has been like a very amazing experience for me. I've always been like an outgoing person, but now I can just be myself without caring what people think or what people have to say. I'm me all the time now, rather than hiding.
You don't have to, you're not hiding. It's very contradictory because it's as if he's trying to say that he doesn't have to care so much about what people think about him anymore, but you did it for other people. That's why people do any kind of surgeries. For men, it's usually to appeal to women, and women, as I said, wear makeup, for example, to appeal to men and so on. It's always for other people, which is okay. It's just that you have to realize that it kind of seems like he doesn't really get it. You should understand at least why you did the surgery. You only did it for other people. Imagine you living in the wild. There's no mirrors. You wouldn't even know how tall you are. You wouldn't compare yourself to anybody. And let's just say that you were alone, even though that's almost never the case in nature. Would you then think about surgery? Not that that's even possible in nature, but let's just say that it was. No, of course not, because you wouldn't compare yourself to anybody, as I said. Nobody would be judging you that way, the way it is in modern society. You wouldn't have any of the problems. Nobody in nature would ever think about putting on makeup, doing anything like that. That's the whole problem here. You not realizing why you did it.
Behind like insecurities.
You did it because of an insecurity, again, which is all right, but you would just have to be able to realize why you did it. That's it. The same way people who go to the gym realize why you're coping, what you're trying to compensate for. You only go to the gym for other people. Would you go to the gym in nature? Impossible. Never. Only for other people.
My boy.
Hey, what's up, man?
Good to see you. Oh, it's good to see you, man.
Another
How did
guy.
you meet Brian?
We was getting the same surgery in Turkey together. We met in the physiotherapy.
Brian, how tall were you before the surgery?
I was
He did it in Turkey for 100,000. I guess that it's expensive. I would have imagined that it's cheaper in Turkey.
183, so just basically 6 foot.
And how tall are you now?
It's gonna be over 6'6" right now.
Nice.
One thing that's kind of hard for me is I'm just barely now getting into the phase where I'm in a walker. You're already at the walking in assisted phase.
My father had the worst reaction. He just didn't understand why I would do something like this to myself. He's actually been avoiding me since I've returned home because he thinks I'm taller than him now. But my mother has been extremely supportive. My brothers have been very supportive. They're very excited that I got surgery, and it's something that's changed my life overall. So initially when I first did the surgery,
It's crazy that the guy who was already 6 feet wanted to be even taller. This is the pressure from our society. It's really messed up.
and I started posting it, it was a lot of like negativity, a lot of hate. People called me crazy, people called me insane. They said they hope I never walk again. But as it grew and people saw me continue to post my progress,
I don't get it. Why would you tell him that you would never want him to walk again? That's so strange. Is it some weird kind of jealousy or what?
a lot of the comments began to change. It actually started to garner a lot of attention from women telling me like how strong I am and how manly it was to go through something that like endured so much pain. I want people to take away from this is not even just height, but I say
Manly, you did the surgery because you were insecure about your height, which is all right, it's understandable, but how is it manly? Manly would be to just embrace it, to just go with your genes. You simply got longer legs now. It's not as if you overall have a naturally longer, taller body.
do the things that make you happy. Don't care what other people think because people will judge you no matter what.
But you did it for other people. Man, this guy's strange.
You do in life. So just do what makes you happy. Recovery is taking longer than I realized it would, but I have no regrets. Like anything you want in life, it comes with a certain price. It comes with hard work. But once I fully
I really hope that he will recover properly.
recover, I'll be able to enjoy the full benefits of my new height. I would personally not recommend it to just anyone. This is something that takes a lot of mental fortitude because there are so many nights that I wanted to quit. So I say come as mentally strong as you can. It's more mental than it is physical. If I could go back in time, I would absolutely do it again, without a shadow of a doubt.
As I said, I wouldn't recommend this because it can go wrong. There's been many cases of people who were not able to walk anymore, and I'm sure that when they are now sitting in a wheelchair, they regret it, obviously. I also just don't understand why you would do it at any height, as I said, because if you're 5'5", then you're 5'5". Yes, it's below the average height of men. Yes, you will feel insecure, of course, naturally. It's maybe your genes, maybe partly malnourishment, whatever the case. I would rather deal with it if it was the case for me. Thankfully, I'm above average height, but I do enjoy it. I really am glad that my genes were like that. Still, you could, of course, also always be taller, but I would never do a surgery to be taller. I would never consider doing it, even if I was a little bit shorter, even if I was a lot shorter also. I would just accept my life the way it is. This is just a pressure from our society. People need to look perfect. They need to have a muscular body, go to the gym, which is not even achievable in nature. It doesn't even look good, but people are delusional and don't see it. Women wear makeup, which also doesn't even look good. It just all comes from the media, and a lot of it simply destroys us, actually physically, but of course also mentally. As I said, some surgeries, little ones, which are not risky, sure, why not? But this is just way too much. This really shows you that our society puts way too much pressure on people to look a certain way, and he wasn't even conscious of why he did it. He actually, the way he talked, seems to really believe that he did it for himself and that now he's living his life for himself. Maybe people wouldn't even do it if they would realize why they do it in the first place, that they do it for other people and not for themselves at all. Maybe they would think twice about it. This realization could actually save a lot of people's lives, especially the ones who end up in a wheelchair. Thanks for watching.